And hello there folks, this is your Uncle Troy. Today we're playing Minecraft. We're playing the Feed the Beast mod pack, the MindCrack version of that. And we're going to go solar today. I had been working on something for a while here in creative mode. Are those shovels? Those are shovels. Okay, good. Basically what we have here is a very complicated Rube Goldberg type device, but the short version is we have a solar panel here, an advanced one, supplying power to a recycler with 4 overclocker upgrades and 2 transformer upgrades, so that if we replace this with a ultimate hybrid solar panel at some point, it can still operate. And I was seeing how much power this recycler needs. So I'm feeding it with, I think currently 2 igneous extruders that I have 4 set up into a chest, which is then fed via this gate into a hopper, and then into the recycler, and it has no trouble keeping up with those 2 extruders. And we seldom see much at all in way of the power coming down. Now the rest of this involves, well, if we go over here, you see we have a gazillion ultimate solar panels, because I didn't know how much they created and how much we needed. And this is actually feeding a matter fabricator, which created quite a bit of UU matter when I wasn't paying attention. But over here we have, I think, 9 igneous extruders, igneous extruders, where it's, if you set for cobblestone and supply with lava, and water supplies a constant stream of cobble, which I've used a combination of pipes here to bring it all down into this recycler, which is double overclocked, and at this rate can keep up with all 9 of them. I think that's about the break-even point right there. Put that much in, they get all. And this was being sent over here to this matter fabricator, but instead, for testing purposes, I'm sending it over to my other setup here. So the recycler, as soon as something is recycled, it pumps it over into this chest, which feeds this auto crafting table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 scrap leads to a scrap box, which is then taken into this dispenser, which is being shot into a obsidian pipe down there. And there's a gate on that I don't think I need. I think I just did that because I was testing something else. But I discovered using a couple of gates here. This is iron and gate. Oops. It's awful dark in there. Anyway, if the redstone pipe signal is off, send a redstone pipe signal. If there's items in inventory, also send a red pipe signal. And that causes it to kind of cycle back and forth when there's something in here. And it sends a signal over here to this, an iron ore gate. Red pipe signal on means send a redstone signal. And that way, every time there's something in the dispenser, it will kick it right back out. Now, you can do this with just one iron gate, but it only cycles like once per something coming in. So, let's suppose we had several of these. This setup will kick them out one at a time. And when they're kicked out, they come to this mass of stuff, which is only part way done. But we have a diamond sorting pipe here. And if, depending on when you throw a scrap box, it creates an item. And in this case, most likely it's going to create scrap. But it's also going to create some wooden items, rotten flesh, some dirt, gravel, And these are things which have ended up in this chest here. Take those diamond transport pipes out. So this gives you an idea of what you can get from a scrap box. Redstone, glowstone, sulfur, lead, steel, pyrite, sodalite, aluminium, zinc, netherrack, sawdust, leather, apple, bread, cooked chicken, cooked pork chop, some cells, water cells, empty cells, single-use batteries. I think that's from the Bluetricity. Some tin cans. A couple of them look bad. Rubber, paper, feather, plant ball, pumpkin, lazurite dust, flint dust, saltpeter dust, obsidian dust, charcoal dust, coal dust, iron dust, gold dust woman, copper, tin, calcite, and a silicon cell. And these are all things which has been created by the scrap boxes being thrown down in there. Now, of course, here we've got, like I said, the wooden implements, the rotten flesh, and a few other odd things that we don't really want to collect. So those just get kicked back up here. And if it's scrap, then it gets filtered straight back down into the chest where we collect our scrap. If it's anything else, it gets kicked over here into this chest, down to this hopper, and eventually recycled. So if we told it we don't want to collect cobble, for example, well, bad example because we're generating cobble, but if we told it we don't want to collect glass, then if any glass had been created, it would have ended up in the recycler. Actually, it would have ended up here, and eventually would have ended up down here in the recycler. Come on. There we go. And would have got recycled. So that's kind of an automated system we have set up. And as you can see, since it's snowing, we're only creating one EU with this advanced solar panel, and we're losing energy. Luckily, we're in cheat mode, so we can start a new day and turn off the rain, snow, whatever. And there we go. And now we go back up to 8. Ta-da! And suddenly everything's bright again. But yeah, just a combination. Yeah, you can see how that does. So one little pulse every time there's something in the dispenser to dispense it. And actually there is a machine especially designed to break open scrap boxes. Oh, another cell. Let's see, is that an empty cell, a water cell, or a silicon cell? Come on. Oh, there it was right before I gave up. Yeah, that was another water cell. Okay. So none of this stuff is particularly interesting, but it is a way of getting something from nothing, because solar energy is totally 100% renewable. And the igneous extruders can create cobble all day long, and that'll create scrap. And like I said, this thing is pretty much self-powering, self-creative, self-sorting, and you know, we get this stuff that we wouldn't have otherwise. So I want something like this in my Let's Play world, but unfortunately I can't just, like, you know, go out and make a gazillion. See, I can't make a gazillion ultimate hybrids and run a matter fabricator. So this is the next best thing, and I do not think this thing will make iridium, but it can make stuff, you know, some interesting stuff. And since you're sitting there idling anyway, with extra power being created by the solar panels, I figure this is worth it. Yeah, coal dust. That's a piece of coal right there. Well, more than a piece of coal, but that's enough to make like a plate or something. Hey, we got another water cell while we weren't paying attention. Alright, so now we need to create this in the Let's Play real world, not creative mode, not cheat mode. So, stand by for fail.